Welcome to Pennside Presbyterian Church. I'm Pastor Dave, your fellow pilgrim on the way of wisdom. To begin, we have Take Thou Our Minds, Dear Lord, by David Cullen. David.
Take thou our minds, dear Lord, we humbly pray. Give us the mind of Christ each passing day. Teach us to know the truth that sets us free. Grant us in all our thoughts to honor Thee. Take thou our hearts, O Christ, they are Thine own. Come thou within our souls and claim Thy throne. Help us to shed abroad Thy deathless love. Use us to make the earth like heaven above. Take thou our wills, Most High, hold thou full sway. Have in our inmost souls Thy perfect way. Guard thou each sacred hour from selfish tease. Guide thou our ordered lives as Thou doth please. Take thou ourselves, our Lord, heart, mind, and will. Through our surrendered souls Thy plans fulfill. We yield ourselves to Thee, time, talents, all. We hear and henceforth heed Thy sovereign call.
Thank you, David. Our verses for wisdom this week come from Proverbs chapter 3, verses 1 and 2. My child, do not forget my teaching, but let your heart keep my commandments. For length of days and years of life and abundant welfare they will give you. Common sense gets a lot of credit. It's what we expect of ourselves and of each other. But as Voltaire observed, common sense isn't so common. Horace Greeley said the same. Stephen Covey added, common sense isn't common practice. So what makes common sense so uncommon? I suspect Covey is onto something. We know better, but we do not do better. Despite mothers and fathers who instilled their values and held us accountable, despite an excellent educational system that defined clear expectations and consequences, despite mentors and parents and teachers and pastors who all taught common sense in word and deed, we know better, but we do not do better. We forget wisdom's teaching and do not keep the commandments, and our lives are diminished. For instance, why do we need passwords? Why do we have to protect our information like we are Fort Knox? Because thou shalt not steal is just a suggestion for some, and if we do not protect our information, they will rob us blind. One way to respond to this reality is to ignore it. Keep our head in the sand. It will never happen to me. Wisdom takes common sense a step farther. Wisdom puts common sense into action. It's no great insight that stealing diminishes us all. It's also no great insight that there are thieves who try to steal. We don't like it. We do have to do something about it. Something as simple as changing our passwords, freezing our credit reports, and making ourselves as difficult to steal from as possible. We could do a similar deep dive with all of the commandments. And the gift of wisdom is the capacity to apply the commandments to our lives as a guide and a guard. The commandments show us the way and keep us from harm. Length of days and years of life and abundant welfare they will give you. This isn't legalism. Legalism is when I impose my rules on you. This is a choice. A choice to accept discipline. A choice to accept responsibility. A choice to continue to challenge ourselves with the kind of life the commandments create? Are we living that kind of life? Are we enjoying the length of days and years of life and abundant welfare they will give you? Or are we settling for less? Is common sense not common practice for us? That may have been your story, but the wisdom of God gives second chances and new opportunities. Keep doing what you've always done, and you will keep getting what you've always gotten. But if you have had enough, if you are ready for the something better, the way of wisdom is for you. Wisdom puts common sense into action. Wisdom is more than common sense. Thanks for watching. Please like and share and help others on the way of wisdom.